Hello, and welcome to the Libri Labra Book Club. I'm joined today by my husband, John, aka BookTube Hubby, and also by Book Club VIP member, Tom. And today we're going to be talking about. I was using the audiobooks. Let me see if I can pull this up really quick. Maybe. Misinterpretation by
Ledia.
Ledia Xhoga.
Yeah.
Xhoga or Doga?
Xhoga.
Xhoga. And before we kind of jump into our initial thoughts and spoilers, I just want to say that if you ever want to join us on camera to discuss the books that we talk about every month, you can do that by becoming a Book Club VIP member at patreon.com/LibraLabra. There's a few other perks like priority commenting, and you get a custom bookmark, and you also get to be in a rotation where you help us select the books that we're reading each year, and you get to be in a Facebook chat where we talk about some of the media we're consuming. So before we jump into spoiler territory, we are going to do our initial thoughts, but also I want Tom to just share a little bit about why you selected this book this month.
No, it is going to be a little bit because there's not really that much to it. I'm doing the Storygraph Reads the World Challenge, and Albania is one of the countries. And thankfully, when they, the prompt is to pick books which are from an author born in that country, which
and then have been translated. Yeah.
So.
Born in that
country. And fortunately, they have some suggestions, and I said, "Well, let's try this one." And here we are.
Okay. So, initial thoughts.
I was interested just going in for the idea at misinterpretation. Of course, miscommunication is always the thing that causes most of the troubles in books. So I was trying to figure out what would happen. That was my thought going in. Just, well, let's see where they go with this. But yeah, it was interesting. We'll talk about more after that.
I am now pretty concerned about my reading comprehension because I thought this was taking place in New York.
Some of it.
It was.
All right.
Part of it was
Albania, and I was like, I must have missed the Albanian parts because I don't remember.
When she goes to visit. Oh, sorry. Spoiler.
well,
that's not really. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
That's a great area.
My continued initial thoughts are that it wasn't quite what I was expecting it to be. There was lots of talk and language about interpretation. I was expecting to hear more different languages in it.
Nope.
So the fact that it was like all in English was surprising to me.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was originally all in Albanian and then got translated, I don't know. It was different. It was different than I was expecting. How about you, Tom? Initial thoughts?
I as you know, I tried not to read anything before I picked it. So, and that was my. But I did find out a little bit after I picked it that it was longlisted for the Booker Prize this year. So I said, "Oh well, then it must be good." And then I found out. And that's what we're here to talk about.
All right, now we'll jump into spoiler territory, and of course, because this was your pick, Tom, I'll let you lead the discussion.
Well, I mean, to answer your question, yes, she does go to. We're in spoiler territory. She does go to Albania to visit her mother. So,
do they travel to Beirut too, or something?
Yes, Berat,
yeah. So I'm just curious. I'm just wondering how. I actually need to get a map to understand where these places are at.
Right.
But I don't know. It's just there was a lot of misinterpretation.
Mm-hmm.
It was indeed titled correctly, because I think that's. I'm not even sure I still understand.
I was going to
So many
say,
things.
I think I
So-
was so busy looking for a very specific type of misinterpretation that I might have missed the misinterpretation that was actually happening.
Dude, there was like a
Let's
lot.
do the whole book.
Yeah. Yeah, like the whole thing is about everybody missing social cues, basically. Is everybody autistic? What's going on? Like,
Mhm.
we had Billy doing his thing, and then she wasn't picking up on Billy's notes at all, on the hints that he was trying to drop, but not without dropping them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nope.
like,
Okay, what book did you read, Desiree?
yeah, what did I read? Exactly. Like that's. I mean, like, you know, we have on this channel, we've talked many a times of how I definitely process books better if I read them with my eyes. But it was on Hoopla as an audiobook, and so that's how I was listening to it. And then I figured since it was a translation, I assumed there was going to be different languages in it, and I would rather hear that.
Mhm.
But I think I was like, because I was listening and like coloring at the same time, and I was like, oh, this is good. Like, I'm keeping my mind busy enough where it's not distracting, but I can listen to what's happening. And I was just so interested in now I don't remember her name, the woman that was being stalked originally.
Layla?
Yeah. And then
Yes.
what was the guy that was stalking her?
Leia? I don't know.
Rakan.
Yeah.
Rakan was following her, yeah.
So
Or
I
Rakan.
can't even.
so like that to me was like, I was like, okay, well, I guess this is the story. And so I'm like, what is happening? Who's this other guy? You know, was getting his paperwork in order. Like they were having dinner at his house. Like, I don't know. I was focused on the plot that I guess I missed all the character nuance that was happening. I don't know.
It was all very strange, but I think it's we have to look at it from the lens of this. This is all from a different social norm and aspect that they're not, we're not used to. They were following a lot of like you see the way the men behaved, how they actually treated the women, and how they pursued them in that way. That wouldn't be allowed here at all.
Mhm.
So like social norms are different. So that's part of the misinterpretation too, though. Like, oh my god, there was this, I can't, was there even any closure on Rock? Do we actually know what happened to him, or it's just up
No,
to
there is no closure in this book whatsoever.
he killed. He could have been
Anyone who says different is a liar.
Yeah, I listened to the ending twice, and then I said to John, "What the hell happened in the ending? I don't
it's just-
understand."
Well, even reading Wikipedia, it's like, wait, Wikipedia says that the husband texts her. It's like, I don't think that's true. I think that's Alfred. Alfred, sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to do the inflection on the last half.
I mean, my stomach was telling me that Billy did something.
I was worried. Was he involved in the car accident that Anna or whatever her face was in? The best friend?
No, that was in Korea.
Okay. But she opened up to her friend about really loving her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Anna did.
And they've been really good friends on the side period. But there's no hints or there's no proof, or we don't know if there was something that happened, if he's just acting weird because he doesn't really want the relationship with his wife, or if, I don't know. It's just, again, everything is open up to interpretation for the closure in this book. And I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I mean, that I can see a little bit better. I could see, but I don't consider open to interpretation and misinterpretation to be the same thing. But
Which is fair. Yeah.
That's exactly how that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I am left with more questions than answers. Because again, I felt like.
But is that good writing or bad? Because this is why you like Inception.
That is not why I like Inception.
Oh, it's the lucid dream part.
Yes.
Okay.
And I stand by the fact that Inception is a love story.
Okay.
Um,
Well, that's an interpretation right there. Anyway, go ahead.
so anyway, yeah, so like I felt like Billy was very jealous over, you know, her going on this date with Rocco. I felt like maybe potentially Billy was cheating on her with Anna. I thought Billy was going to tell her that he was cheating on her with Anna when he was like, I need to tell you something. And then he's just started acting really weird after she kind of gave him the details about the guy the guy with the yellow teeth that she went on the date with. It seemed like every time she was asking Billy stuff about him, he would just dodge eye contact, walk out of the room, like not answer questions. And and then the whole conversation at dinner with the other guy that had given them dinner. Yeah.
And his wife.
And then like him being like, did you drink the wine? And she was like, no, I left it at my friend's house. And I was like, Anna's dead. They like poisoned the wine. Like I was just waiting for like all these terrible things to happen.
Yeah, some kind of definite resolution. Yeah, but no.
Wow.
Like it kind of, I just honestly, I think Billy was probably the most likable, but at the same time, I felt like all of the men in this story just freaked me out and gave me the creeps. Like they all made me uncomfortable.
I'm actually wondering if that was intentional or not intentional, but like that's how men are. They're just creepy and uncomfortable the whole time. So someone from that is going to write men like that. So I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just a more primal.
It was. I don't know. A lot of the discussions, like even though what they were saying was like understandable.
What was the fish about? Why would he stand there and hold a fish as any sort of threat or anything? Was he?
Was
what
that
was the
a
fish
cultural
about?
thing? That sounds like
that's what I want to know. I want to know.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
I didn't mean to.
That's okay. I'll look
the
that
men
up while
acting
you
weird
continue.
triggered that thought. But what was the fish about? But is that what like I can provide for you?
Well, in some circles, it's you'll sleep with the fishes.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's a mafia threat. Okay.
It was giving mafia to me. That's not answering my question at all.
But like, how rich do you have to be to pay someone to live in another country just to follow somebody?
Well, I got the impression that Rockan was already in America and he needed money and.
Right. But I mean, like, okay, again, like, either way, it's just that's insane to me because.
In what sense?
It's just being in a situation of having the money to pay another person to follow somebody around just to report what they're doing. That's just mind-boggling to me.
I mean,
but I know it happens a lot.
It doesn't. Well, I mean, it's definitely different, but it's reminding me of Ilya sending money home for his brother to take care of his dad.
Okay.
And like obviously that wasn't a healthy dynamic there.
That was a lot of toxicity.
Yeah, no, but like it was like a very kind of a threatening thing. So who knows if he was also being threatened while he was being paid.
But see, that was also is that what we're feeling about? We're feeling bad for Rockan because he disappeared after the fact.
I mean, he seemed like
hey, Jude, you stop doing the thing you're doing, but he had to do it to survive, and then explain that a little bit.
Right. Yeah, that kind of was like, that's what it seemed like she was going for. That's okay. Well, yeah, he's like that, but there's a reason.
And then the main character kind of liked him a little bit.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Those feel like strong words.
She was attracted to him.
She said there was a feeling on the date.
You could be attracted to someone and not like them. It's not the same thing.
Right.
Like you could still find. I'm sorry. But like,
Noted romance reader, Deborah Labrada. This is her expert opinion.
I still think, like, I mean, it doesn't happen to me often, but like, you could still hate someone and just notice an undeniable quality about them that's
Right.
attractive, whether it's their awesome authenticity or their
If villain, why hot?
I don't
I mean,
think
sometimes that's why they're hot.
I mean I mean for somebody else, I happen to like the nice guys, but that's just me. But John is quoting a tote bag I have in our bedroom.
Oh, okay.
It was like
Okay.
hanging up for a while before.
Oh, that's why I
we were
looked
going
around.
to
I thought it was
sleep
in here,
one
to be
night.
honest.
I knew I was going to use this Sunday.
Yeah, we were going to sleep one night, and he was like, "If villain, why hot?" I'm like, "You just noticed that." Like, So, either way, but like the way my interpretation of her even explaining that was like, yeah, she acknowledged that he had like that one attractive thing about him, but not that it was ever tempting or that she was going to follow that thread or anything like that. It was kind of like, this guy is abhorrent in every other way. It's like, I think she was just trying to make sense of it herself. Like, why is this one thing about him attractive? I don't get it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, since she arranged the date just to get the phone. Yeah.
I mean, at no
For
point
Layla.
did I think she was trying to pursue him. Like, I really,
No. No,
the
it
whole
was-
time
it
I
was
always
all for
felt,
Layla's
that she was trying to
to help
protect
the
Layla
girl.
somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was the overall reason.
But then
right?
the fact that Billy could even get fucked up about it. Oh, sorry, but that messed up about it. Like after the fact, after telling, I literally faked a date to grab this guy's phone so he wouldn't follow my friend. If I had actually had a problem with you doing that, dude, what? Excuse me?
What do you mean?
Like if I'm like, it was a date, huh?
Well, you know,
It was a date? Really?
Maybe Billy had
Well,
trouble.
that's about the way your relationship was before that happened.
Well, I was going to say maybe Billy had trouble believing her because he was going behind her back with Anna. Or somebody. I don't know.
Again,
He says he didn't, so.
I mean, but see, then we have her pointing out that he had been doing things he hadn't normally been doing, and he's always been so honest and look me in the eyes and doing all the things. And her friend even pointed out that was why she liked Billy, or somebody.
Yes, but she didn't notice that. That's the point.
Yeah. But that's actually what I'm wondering about our main character, is that there's a lot
Right.
she didn't notice. A
Right.
lot.
Okay, so then
A
with
lot.
because I'm still stuck on, why did the guy at the store not talk to her? Like towards the end when she was in there.
Yeah, there was. What was that about? It's because they did something with Rakan, or was it because they were told to stay out of it?
Well, we're
Zani
not
said
told.
that he.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
like
right. Again, there's a lot of missing information. So, and I'm wondering if that's on purpose or if it's.
I'd have to think it's on purpose.
books like this are very unsatisfying for overthinkers.
And those who want definite resolutions, yeah. Sorry. Try again. No, but Zani says that he's going to talk to the store owners, but it's never clear if he actually did.
Right.
You know, but yet Rakan is missing. Suddenly.
But everybody's thought that he got arrested because he liked designing.
Yeah, because that's the convenient way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It is. It literally is. It would be the easiest way for the
Yeah.
brain to justify. Okay, I don't have
Right,
to worry
exactly.
about this anymore. He did it on his own.
I mean, well,
But then you're gonna have that lingering fear. Nobody has any closure, and you're still gonna have that fear in the back of your head the whole time.
my mind kept changing in regards to who did it. I don't think I ever bought into like he got arrested. So like it felt like Billy did it, then it felt like Zani did it, and then like towards the end I was like, yo, did his wife do it? Or,
Sonny's
like,
wife?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, because it seemed like that she kind of had like a little.
Mhm.
And then
It's
you know
fine.
what?
It's taken care of.
Maybe
Don't
there
worry
was
about
maybe
it.
there was like a 3-person collaboration there. Maybe it was like a community effort. I don't know.
Which reminds me of another book we read, but I can't say what it was. It was just recent too. If you know what I'm talking about,
Mm-mm.
December's book. We'll go with that.
What did we read last month?
Oh my god! All right,
Wait, that would have been my book.
no, what enough?
Oh, you okay? Okay. Oh, okay.
You know which
I
one it
remember
is?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
now.
No, but you know, my the way I thought about it was, she talks to Zani, who of course is an immigrant, and my feeling was, okay, back in the old country, this is the way we would handle this, and it got handled.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's what it
Right.
felt like. Yeah, it was
And,
like
and here we might feel a little bad about
it was.
that.
It was kind of like,
Yeah.
don't worry, your family, we took care of it.
Mhm.
Like, um,
And for somebody to, well, because and they, it's not it's not a debt thing. They hold on to favors. Like when you
Mhm.
do something for them, they actually
Right.
very much will make sure to do something back in return.
Right, it's very transactional.
So like he them being like, oh, you saved my life, but
Mhm.
you gave me something, you gave me a path to follow, to made me save my life here in this country. So probably willing to do whatever to make sure that
Mhm.
that person stays safe.
Right.
And I want to know what that shrug with the mouth emote is. I want to know
Oh
what
yeah.
what that facial expression is. What is it? Like I want to know what that is. I
No
need to
idea.
know that. I need to know that expression.
Write the author. Say, what did you mean?
Please explain.
Yeah. But then,
Or
the girlfriend comes up, and asks her, and Billy essentially says, "Well, don't come back here, otherwise we're going to report you to immigration."
that was the first time that I was like, oh, Billy. But
That is, well, for lack of a better word, that is the trump card.
I mean, oh, Billy.
damn.
So, well, let's pick one of the other stories. How about the narrator's relationship with Alfred?
Uh,
I'm gonna need an explanation for that one.
what was the whole, like, him opening up and trying to be all like, I fallen in love with you, even though he's
Mhm.
married and all this other jazz. Like, what? And
Yeah,
then
like
Velma
immediately
gets
holding
pregnant.
hands and such.
What?
Like immediately holding hands and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Oh, he's just a friend." To everybody that asks, "Hey, what's going on there?" She goes, "Oh, I'm just interpreting for him. He's just a friend."
Right.
But what are you doing?
But people looking at this
What are you
think
doing?
differently.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to word what I want to word.
Okay.
I think that when you have an awareness of multiple cultures and multiple languages,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a bit of
There's always a gap.
a pass as a woman who already has to deal with men and how they behave, and like, even if we're talking about just American English language, like
Mm-hmm.
things can be interpreted, and a lot of times women have to consider their safety, and that means placating people
Mm-hmm.
to not hurt anyone's feelings. And I think that's just like general, right? That's just a general thing that happens. But then when you incorporate different cultures and different languages, I think there's more of a pass that's given there,
I can see that.
because then it becomes, it's almost like yeah, you're misinterpreting this, but it's not
It's not a
as
boundary issue.
isn't no, it's not as like I don't know. There's more sympathy there, almost like it's almost like an innocent mistake versus
Okay.
you know what I
Instead
mean?
of pushing buttons. Right,
Yeah.
right.
So
Testing.
so I could
Right.
see how an interpreter might recognize, okay, yeah, this person has feelings for me, but I know I don't have feelings for them. It's fine. I'm helping them, and like that's all it is. And
Yeah.
kind of just
But
being
just because
like,
that happening alone is bad for the relationship period. So, because then there's a bias creeping in.
but it happens so often
I'm sure
that
it
it's
does.
like
And I'm sure it does just because you have that connection of actually having somebody that understands
that
you.
understands you,
Yeah.
right? You have someone
Right.
that understands you, someone that's helping you, and then sometimes like there's like a teacher dynamic in there which can mess with emotions. Like it's a lot.
Well, yeah, because they have a shared experience in that they're both immigrants from Albania, and she acknowledges the connection too. But even like when she goes to interpret him for the therapy session, Zeno says, "Yeah, you're way too close to him. Like you're framing your own experiences because of his. You know, so and it's like, yeah, that's why you can't be his interpreter for this.
I mean, yeah,
You
that's
just
something
find somebody else.
punishment at that point.
So, and plus, it seems like he would talk about having these hallucinations, and then now she is too. Like when they were in the office, and that seemed to persist throughout the novel. Like it wasn't really clear. Okay, is she actually seeing this, or is she like hallucinating it?
Well, she obviously had a friend where she was getting mushrooms from. So like
Okay,
where
the one time you get high.
I mean,
Yeah,
like, but I'm
no.
just saying, if it happened once, you've already incorporated that into the story. So, is it possible that it was happening at other times that we weren't like fully aware of? Maybe it was being snuck into things. I don't know.
Or the fact that she did that, she opened her third eye and couldn't close it again.
Right. Yeah,
I
but
don't know. You start seeing things for a while. Maybe your brain just starts remembering something you did, and you
right,
start seeing it again.
right. But it's the kind of thing where, yeah, she opens her third eye, but it was like one of the first, like the only times in the novel that she could actually be free and be herself, and make decisions on her own. Okay, granted, some of them may not be the best because of the drugs she was taking, but still,
Hmm.
I don't know Albanian, but now I really wish I could read this in the
Original
original
text.
language. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's true of all novels, translated novels, because you always wonder.
Yeah, what might have been changed, context, or
Mm-hmm.
what's been edited or fixed, or
Mm-hmm. But I
Like
think
it's
that would also need
so
is
easy for something to completely lose its meaning with like a
right.
minor
right, and
adjustment.
that's what I say. It's like it depends on your proficiency with the language. That is your translation correct? You know, I know you have to be good enough with the language. I think to think in it. If you understand,
Hmm.
not think like think of it in English and then translate it. Think of it directly in Albanian.
And I've seen like authors complain about some of their translations
Mm-hmm.
because you know full passages will be removed, which ends up being more like censorship, but
Right,
uh, that still changes things when stuff like that happens.
and that would depend on the author's familiarity with the language it's being translated to. So. So let's see. Oh, and I think the narrator, because I don't think they ever gave her a name, but that she is very empathetic, maybe to a fault, because when she invites Layla and the other woman, I can't remember her name, over to stay the weekend, he gets all ticked off. It's like, it's like, you keep bringing these people home. Why do you do this? It's clearly it's not the first time it happened. I think that's why he punched or hit the door so hard to put a hole in the wall.
I mean, but Billy was American, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I feel like Americans in general don't understand community the way other cultures do.
Yeah, helping each other. Dude, America has pushed this individualism so far.
Right.
Men don't even know what they're supposed to do with themselves.
And it's unclear. It's like, well, how often has this happened? Yeah, to hear Billy tell it, it happened all the time. He just got sick of it.
I mean, but like, if that's second nature in your culture to invite people over to help them, to offer them food, to do like whatever, then that's what you're gonna do.
I don't know. It seemed to me that the case was made that it was her, like her being that empathetic and getting involved in the lives of the people around her.
Well,
like with Alfred, and
and he changed after when she told him that Rakan was following her because of her helping somebody else.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that was what was grating on him the entire time, and what was pushing him to the other person.
And and that's also
hate somebody that's being that nice.
Yeah.
I mean, when you don't understand it, I mean, because like,
right, well, he was only looking at the problems that was caused from it.
Right, that's what I was going to say. He's thinking like, we have these strangers in our house. What do I know about these people?
Right.
Now we have to help them. Do we have enough money for this? Like those are the things that come up. And that sucks because that's like a very specific kind of friction to have with someone you care about or you're married to. Because like he's never going to get that. He's never going to get her perspective.
Well, plus, if you have to go the roundabout way of sending, what the hell flowers did he send?
Wasn't it roses?
The hyacinths?
No, hyacinths. Thank you. No, eventually it was a rose, but I was like, oh, I think that hyacinths mean regret, but he never signed the card or anything. It's like, well, how the hell do you expect her to put two and two together? Which may be the point. I don't know. Because he spent the night at Anna's, and granted, according to him, nothing happened, but still. They put themselves in situations where, from the outside looking in, it's like, dude, that looks pretty sketchy. And with the narrator, I'll go with this guy, I'm kind of attracted to him. And drive out to the place
where beautiful sunset while high on mushrooms,
where Billy and she had been before.
Like, to another place that he
maybe not the best.
That doesn't sound good. Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yes,
that's why misinterpretation
and I don't disagree. Because I would probably be like, that's where you took this person that you claim that you are interested in.
I think Billy's justified.
I could also like
couldn't think of another spot. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. That's the one I knew how to drive to. Like,
yeah, don't do that. Don't say that. That would be awesome.
Oh my god.
Even if it was honest, you don't say that. But the thing of it is, however empathetic the narrator is portrayed, we have Helen, coming to her, like my painting, whatever, evening, to participate. And then, she gets evicted, and in the building.
I'm going to make sure I'm not mixing stories here. Her mom was kind of narcissistic, right? Did she talk to her mom? Is it my mixing? Because I feel pretty sure.
She went to visit her in Albania.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. So, and every time she talks to her mom, she was drained, and she was like, I knew this was a bad idea, right? Did I read too far?
I don't remember those conversations. So.
It's just, I just think that I feel like a very empathetic person comes from a narcissistic parent.
Oh, okay. Mhm. Well, what I remember about the mom was, how I guess it was the uncle from the dad's side, I think, question mark, that would buy these or have these commissioned paintings as such that would somehow
Uh,
find their way into the house.
the dirty butt uncle that would sit
Yeah,
on it. Everybody
yeah,
complained that she had to put a blanket down every time he came in because he was so
right,
dirty.
right. Yeah, well, yeah, but then
Details to remember.
the conversation goes, well, he's much better now. We told him about
Yeah, and yet I still see a gray ring on
it.
that
Yeah.
pants that he.
So,
He's better about it
mhm.
a little bit.
Well, and then there's her cousins, Lena, and I can't remember who the other one was, the one who was cleaning for the Greeks and now the Americans, who was very intelligent. So, and I remember, was it Lena? Yeah, Lena was the younger one. How she had disappeared and eventually got that babysitting job where the kids apparently can dress her up in whatever they want.
Was
Oh,
that not
right.
the one that was being
That was Lena.
followed?
Yeah,
Was
she
it
was
Layla?
the
Was
one
it
Was
Layla?
it
Okay.
Leela?
I'm confusing them. Yeah, it was
She,
Layla.
she
Yeah.
ended up in Connecticut or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Layla. Yeah, that was Layla. And it's like, as an immigrant, well, you got to take what you're given. And holy crap, that's so demeaning. You know?
Right, and now I guess she's babysitting for the doctor, and the doctor's coming on to her, even
Yeah.
though
Yes.
he's married. And
Yep. Well, even in the news, like there was a recent case in like an au pair trial or whatever. So,
nothing surprises me anymore.
oh yeah, Lena. Yeah, Lena was the one that she went to on vacation with the guy. And I was like, oh well, no, we're not exclusive. I was like, wait, what? And she thought they were, and you didn't tell her because it would have spoiled the mood. I was like,
Oh
oh
my
great.
god. Yeah. You mean like she wouldn't be dating you? Yeah,
No,
correct.
he wanted to get laid, and
Right.
he told her that. Yeah, she wouldn't participate. So yeah, you have all this kind of stuff going on, but even apart from the mushrooms, Layla, like I said, sees these things. And the reason I bring it up is because at the end of the novel, she says, "Oh yeah," and there's the woman that had appeared at every like particular juncture, like where
Oh
she
yeah.
had to see Alfred.
Yeah. Someone that was following Alfred.
Right.
Yeah.
The young woman who looks like she came out of like a 30s movie or whatever. She's the one that like pointed out she was looking at the aquarium and, oh, that's a ghost shrimp. As they get toward death, they turn white and, oh yeah, that one's on its way out. Sort of thing. So. Yeah, so I looked this up just before.
Was there any relevance to that? Interesting.
Who knows? That's what I said. It's open to interpretation. So I'm sure that's what the author planned. But when I started the book, I figured it was going to be, oh, this is about her and Alfred and, what they go through, what they find out in therapy sessions and such. It's clear that he was tortured at some point. Based on, you had to infer that from the way they talked about it. But then it's, oh, no, well, no, it's not about that really. It's about her and Billy. And then, oh, no, wait, no, it's about her and Layla. And it's like, well, wait. You start all these storylines with, and they just kind of float around and such, but they don't really reach specific resolution to them. So, and maybe that's the point.
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't locked in until I was like, oh, this chick is being stalked.
Yeah.
And then, it seemed like the narrator was trying to do something about it and provide a solution. So I was like, okay, what's happening now? It's getting, she was being really brave, but now it's getting really dangerous, and now he's, threatening them by, telling Billy,
Mm-hmm.
being like, I was in your car, basically.
Mm-hmm. And then at some point, no, oh, well, we're going to go to Albania. It's like, okay, we're going to open this storyline now. So a little chaotic, but maybe that may be by design. So, but like I said, I was kind of surprised that it got the long list for the Booker, but because I would not have picked that up on my own. Sometimes when you read it, okay, yeah, I can see that, but this one, not so much for me. No, it's just smooth series. I was surprised that holy crap, good on you, but I don't see it. But there are obviously more literate people than me that maybe can appreciate it. I think I'm not one of them. Although it is a really good discussion book.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I imagine there's an entire layer of culture in there that I'm missing, because I'm just not familiar with that culture and how they interact and how they do things, and
right.
Folklore or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Any religious implications. Because it could be just like so many of those things.
Or dystopian as well. Because they talk about, was it Enver? And then somebody eventually changed the graffiti to Never.
Mm-hmm.
So, although, it seems like a kind of flimsy excuse. Billy said, yeah, I have to go to Europe. Well, why? Because I have to watch a bridge. Why? And of course, in Tirana, I guess he meets those Albanians, and they think that's the greatest thing ever. You get that paid that much to watch a bridge?
I also did appreciate the Tirana, the pronunciation of Tirana. Tirana. Every time it was Tirana.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons I like audiobooks, because you get the idea, that's how that's pronounced. And especially with the characters, that they have unusual names. Hoping the narrator is correct. So, but no, I'm serious. It's, you hear certain things where, when they say things, and French, it's like the narrator got it wrong. I said, well, I hope the rest is right.
Right.
And I wish I could remember the word. So, just a pronunciation thing.
I ask her every time I hear something that's just a little off to me, I point it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did that person just say, yeah?
And, well, I don't think this is a spoiler, because if you listen to the sample of it on Audible, I just read a really good book, Butter by Asako Yuzuki. And the narrator sounds like she has a British accent. But it's like, wait, this is set in Japan, supposedly. But when she pronounces Japanese, it's like spot on. It's almost like they dub it in. It's like Tokyo, and it's like, holy crap. So, yeah. And she does have, a few Albanian phrases here and there, but like you said, it's not, I think that would be maybe alienating or off-putting to readers in English. So.
I guess I'm just so familiar with how some things cannot be directly translated.
Mm-hmm.
And that even when people try to the best of their ability to find some kind of similar translation, it doesn't capture like the essence
of it, right?
I thought most of the book was going to be a lot more about that, like having that identified in different places.
I do like seeing other posts when people actually use multiple languages to make jokes too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they're, I very much love wordplay. So when there's a word in one language that means one thing, but it means completely something different in another, and then people are able to string 2 or 3 languages together to make jokes, I like that. it's very difficult.
Well, and there's like idiomatic phrases, which, when you translate it literally, does not mean what the
Yeah,
phrase
yeah,
means.
Like looking a gift horse in the mouth.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
That's
Like
what I was
there's
thinking.
so many for like Americans though that the other languages come over here and it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, and those essences you can't explain them.
No, you can't. But like, because I've had this conversation with my son who's trying to now like really learn Spanish. He might try to directly translate it, and I'm like, that's not how you would say that. Like,
Right.
there's another idiomatic phrase in the other
Right.
language that means the similar thing that
Right.
hmm
the words are completely different. Like,
And it's totally unrelated to the concept.
Right, right,
Because
yeah.
of the thoughts, right.
There's a cultural context that's not there elsewhere.
So,
I mean, but to me, those things are like just fascinating.
mhm.
We have a game at work called Lost in Translation, and that's the point. Is they have one person that knows Spanish and English translating, and they have 3 or 4 people on stage trying to speak the language wrong.
Mhm.
It's hilarious, but it's funny when they get it right too.
Right. Well. One thing you could do, I've not done it myself, is take a language, translate it via Google to another language, and then translate that back to the original language to see how close you get.
Oh yeah. I had a friend that did that a lot in high school. Not Google, but he's literally trying to translate things back and forth.
Right.
It
So
doesn't always work.
Right.
That's the point.
And speaking of narrative, she had the grace to, at least acknowledge that, I did a poor job with Alfred at the thing because I got too close, too personal. And she said, thankfully, she got those translation manuals and such where she didn't have to interact with people, which was safer for her. So. Yeah, an interesting book. And I'm glad I read it. Even if the upcoming reading may not indicate that. But, so.
All right, you can read it first.
I feel better about this book now after we talked about it. It's usually the case though. Like whenever we put our perspectives together, we're just like, oh, okay. So, but a personal rating would have to be 3 stars.
Okay.
It was okay. It wasn't like I'm not going to go tell everybody to go read it, but it is worth the read if it's something you like.
Yeah, especially if you're in the book club.
Oh, absolutely. It's good discussion material.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's also, there are readers who do like open-ended stories up for interpretation.
I do too, but this is a little too open-ended.
I definitely don't.
Let's start 6 stories.
I'm
and
like,
then
tell me what happens. At the, I need like exact, like even the ending. Like Inception is like my #1 favorite movie ever, and I hate that ending.
I loved it. Please. Well, spoilers for those who haven't seen Inception. But it's like, please don't let it drop. Please don't let it drop. And of course, we know how that turned out. So.
No, there was a certain kind of brilliance to the editing behind that entire sequence.
Oh yeah.
No, there was. Hey, to be compared to Inception is really good anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Desiree, what is your rating?
I would say my rating is like a 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
And like part of me like wants to go back and read it with my eyes, but also I don't think I will. Like, I'm sure like it would probably be a different experience, but I just have so many things that I need to read that I don't think I will.
So many books, so little time.
There's not enough love story in it.
Oh, sir, it's not the only thing I read.
Appearances to the contrary. No,
I know it's not the only thing you read, but it's the only thing you want to read.
That's fair. Well, that's fair. That's fair.
Love is like
Don't yuck the yum. I mean, so,
but to add to my 3.5,
yes.
yeah, I mean, not the point, I guess, but I was heavily invested in the plot and what was happening, and you know, I think I'm sure at some point I read what the book was about, but then kind of forgot, and I just was like translator language.
Mhm.
So part of me kind of wishes I had a better idea going into it what it was going to be about and what like the vibe was going to be, so I could have been prepared for it.
Mhm.
But I still enjoyed it, and like the characters were interesting. Their struggles were interesting. So, how about you, Tom?
I think I will agree with Desiree, the 3.5. I think I already gave my reasons why.
Yeah.
When she starts all these storylines, and say, well, wait, hold on. You know, and it seems like the jumps are random between them. It's like, all right, well, I guess we're picking up this storyline now. Okay, well, I guess we're going to Albania now. You know, that sort of a thing. So,
Was there you know, because usually when you're listening to an audiobook and you go from chapter to chapter, there's usually like chapter 10, chapter. Was that happening in this?
I
Yeah.
believe the answer is yes.
There
Okay,
were
because
chapters
I don't.
like
All right.
breaks.
Yeah, some narrators eliminate those, but some. You know,
Yeah, I don't remember
think it
hearing
was-
any of them.
so,
So I guess I was really into coloring. Because I don't remember hearing those chapter numbers at all.
okay.
But all right, so we got 3, 3.5, and 3.5.
An average 3.5 ish.
For February, which is Black History Month, we are going to be reading, and this book is my pick. I'm going to pull up the image.
I really don't need to be telling everybody how old I am by how I move.
Yeah, I know. Where's
Chain Gang All-Stars?
Yeah, but hello.
There's no.
It's not
There's no
loading.
picture.
It's not loading them. All right,
You saw
let me
that before?
Well, yeah, anytime you want to load something, oh, come on.
Oh.
I'm trying to look for the cover elsewhere.
There you go. Which is interesting because then I hear the on Fallout in the one of the episodes
Right,
they play that's the sound of the man working on the chain.
All right,
Yeah.
so please stop. For February, we're reading Chain Gang All Stars, and I apologize for not knowing how to pronounce the author's name. Nana Kwame Adjei-Brenyah. I will look that up after this so that when we come back to talk about it, I will be able to say it properly. But this has been described as like, wait, do either of you want to know?
Go ahead. I've already.
Like,
I think we.
Do you
I
know a
picked
little
by
bit about
reading
it?
the description.
I'm just gonna drop a few words, not like the whole thing. But it's kind of been described, well, one as dystopian, but also as like Hunger Games within the prison system.
Okay.
So
The title seems apt.
That's enough then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has received some awards. I know it was very highly talked about when it released.
Modern day gladiators.
It's got a little medal that says National Book Award finalist on it, and The Atlantic called it epic and intoxicating. So that's what we'll be reading this month. If you've hung out this long, thank you so much. And hope you will join us closer to the end of February to talk about Chain Gang All-Stars. And once again, if you ever want to join us on camera for the discussion and to be a part of selecting the books that we pick and to be in our, Facebook group, you can do that by becoming a book club VIP member on patreon.com/LibriLabra. So hope you all have a wonderful weekend.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.